Happened. Did you just see what happened? Did you just see what happened? Did you see that? I've never seen that happen. Interesting. I don't want to say what happened, but somebody. Oh, welcome YouTube. Sorry about the technical difficulty right here, but we are back on YouTube. All right, guys, from YouTube pop up right here by Dylan Jablonski. Pop out to the second baseman. We're calling that a F4. You know how to score that? F4? You're like, no, it's iPad does it for me. I ain't worried about no F4. YouTube, the current score with your Lady T's, we're in the second. We're in the bottom of the second inning, and it's currently 8-0. We've got 2 outs, and we got Adriana King at third. We've got Gabby Burkhardt at the plate. Here's another senior. Let's talk about the senior. Gabby has signed, and I forgot to talk about Adriana, but Gabby has signed with Montreat. And I think Montreat's over in North Carolina, but she's going to go over there and play. All 4 of our seniors, we do just have 4, right? We might have 5, but 4 of our 5, or 4 have all signed college. I forgot to mention this from Adriana when she was in the batter's box, but Adriana has signed with Johnson. And then Dylan, I forgot about her too. Lord, I got to get on top of this. First softball game, I'm behind today. But Adriana and Dylan Jablonski both going to Johnson University to play softball. I have a feeling that was planned. Do you think that might be planned?
Yeah.
I'm going up there and playing with my girl. So Adriana and Dylan going to Johnson, Gabby going to Montreat, and Kara Pitts going to Lee. Not too shabby when you can go to the next level, get your school paid for, and play a little ball. And Gabby absolutely ropes one to right field, scoring Adriana from third base, making the score 9-0. It's Kaylee coming to the plate. Kaylee didn't she have a base hit last time?
Now batting number 10, Kaylee Osborne.
Yeah, I think she did.
Yep, that's what I thought. Pitch inside from long right there. Osborne is a junior. I'm pretty sure my daughter Gwen said that she was a junior because I asked her, I said, now that Osborne girl transferred in, come from Johnson City area, isn't she a junior too? And she said, yeah, Dad. So Kaylee Osborne. She also is a pitcher, and I think Kaylee has committed to UT Martin as a junior. So that was a big get coming in for the Lady T's this year. Anytime a player like that of that caliber that transfers in, it's huge.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Coulter, that was a walk.
Now batting number 24, Maddie Stewart.
Maddie back to the plate. Have we batted around? I think we batted around by a couple anyway. So Maddie back to the plate. Pitch inside and low, but called a strike. Umpire, for a second, I thought he was going to say strike again, but 1-1 count. Miss Maddie Stewart, our junior. Pitch inside, 2-1 count. Big opportunity right here to drive in another run. Current score 9-0. Well, he said Maddie swung on that one. I might maybe agree with that. I don't know. I thought she held up from back here, but let's put that thing in play, baby. Another walk from Long, loads the bases for the Hallie Bailey coming to the plate, the junior.
Now batting number 3, Hallie.
You'll hear me say it a lot this year, but committed to the Lady Vols. Love it. And she hit about 700 last year, or pretty close to it. And I think right now on the season, after today, she's probably somewhere around the 550-ish range. She's probably hitting in the 500, upper 500s, maybe close to 600 today, or counting today. Ooh, pitch a little inside, but that's all right. Put a little pressure on number 3 right here and see what she does. And she puts it in. Oh, you've got to let that thing land and see what happens. It might kick off the grass and go back into play. Umpire called that a foul ball immediately. Did it hit her in the box? I didn't see it hit her in the box. Oh, it hit the bat again. Okay. Maybe that's why he did it. He's here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Got a little view from the first base box there. I just saw that pop up on the screen. Ball way outside. I don't think you're going to get Hallie Bailey on those top pitches. So we're going to score 2 runs. Hallie gets I would call that a fielder's choice single, but she ends up driving in 2 runs. Possibly could have been a double because of how well she runs. Then we got Tori Hahn back to the plate. Current score 11-0. Tori Hahn with Hallie and Maddie on 2nd and 3rd. With a base hit right here, she'll score 2. Pitches up. Coach Bailey from the 3rd base box says, let's go. Get a good pitch right here. Let's put it in play. And she pulls it foul down the first base side. And Tori just slaps it in play, goes right to the shortstop, and beats out the run. And drives in both runs. That is one thing about Hahn and Bailey. The speed puts so much pressure on defensive teams culture that if you do not field the ball and get rid of it quickly, it's a base hit. Those girls can run. And pitch absolutely laces the third base and the shortstop. Got runners on first and second now. Coach Bailey comes walking in here, Sarah, and she is going to switch out. She's going to put her runner in, maybe? Nope, she's putting in a sub. Number 27, Allie Garland. Coming in for Burgess, I believe. So Allie Garland. I wish my roster here would tell me, but I think Garland is Garland a sophomore or freshman? She is a freshman. Okay. I'll learn these things, Alcoa Nation, as we progress along, but it looks like Lady Royals coach comes out and has a talk with his pitcher, Long. It's Kayla Long, by the way. I use the last name a lot.
Now batting number 27, Allie Garland.
Miss Allie Garland, the freshman, coming to the plate, getting an opportunity to put the ball in play right here. First pitch is a strike. We're getting blessed. We're going to announce that. Anytime we get free hot chocolate, we're going to announce it. I like that. That's pretty good, ain't it, Coach? Warm up our hands anyway. Our coordination sitting at home watching. Thank goodness we're in this box because it was cool sitting outside just a minute ago. I went out and seen some of the girls, talked to Coach Bailey, and it was chilly. Garland with an 0-2 count. Here she is. That ball is way outside. Got a 1-2 count to the freshman. Number 27, Miss Garland. That was a good pitch from Long right there. She come on into the inner third of the plate, and that was for strike 3. So the inning is over. Looky here. So into the second. We had 11 hits, scored 11 runs, had 0. On 60, golly bum, that's a lot of pitches, isn't it, Cody?
Yeah.
You talking about wearing a pitcher down. That's what the Lady T's do to people. They swing a bat so well and put runners on. Got a little Dolly Parton in the background if you hear it. We working 9 to 5. Well, Coder, what do you think about easy? And when you're trying to do all that stuff, it's so fast.
Yeah, when they get like 4 chances.
Oh, no kidding.
Rebounds.
I know. This here is much easier.
Oh, yeah. Great game so far, though.
Yeah, Our Lady tees up 13-0. I think it's 15 after 3 in district play. Two games today or one game today? The plan is 2. Okay. So the plan is 2 games. And we've got, looks like Garland has come into the pitcher's mound. So we're going to see the freshman get a few pitches here for us. Is there a trash can back there, Rustin? You'll see at the end of the year, this thing will be full of stuff. These lineup cards and all that stuff, they just there'll be lineup cards everywhere, and it's what we got going on over here at the first base position. Oh, we're changing out hitters. Okay.
Now batting number 3, Natalie Merle.
On the mound for your Lady T's, Garland. All right, let's see what the freshman's got right here, Calder. What's crazy is after 2 innings, we have batted around 3 times, I believe. Maybe 3.5, and they have not went through their lineup yet. That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is Morel, number 8. She's in the 8 hole playing left field. Morel. Morel.
Yeah, I said
Merle. Merle. You said Morel. Little Merle Haggard. If we'd have known, if you'd have known, you could have done that. Good little hit up the middle right there, but of course it's to ooh-wee. I can already tell Halle Bailey's arm has gotten stronger since last year. Did you see how fast she threw it across the infield right there?
Yeah.
Golly,
Number
bum.
12, Molly Davis.
That's the one thing I always thought as she was maturing and growing, when her arm strength got to the level of that, like that throw right there, that is SEC type arm right there, and it'll only get better over the next year and a half too. So I always thought that was the one thing that she was lacking, is just a little bit more arm strength. But good Lordy, I just seen enough right there. She fired that thing across the middle infield. That is a good catch right there from Hahn behind the plate. Garland, that's a good pitch. She's working the corners right here pretty well for a freshman. Very composed out there. I'm sure she plays high-level softball, AAU softball too, or travel ball. Not you don't call softball AAU. It's travel ball. So she's used to this, and I'm sure she's played in a lot of big games too. 2-2 count. The one thing's for sure, as a pitcher for the Lady T's, if you just make the other team put the ball in play with our defense and the girls, the way they can run and move and throw, all you got to do is let your girls do their thing and make the hitters put the ball in play. Great pitch right there by the freshman for a swinging strikeout.
Now batting number 9, Gracie Finstamaker.
Finstamaker back at the plate. They finally hit around. 2 outs for your Lady T's. Garland working that outside corner, and it's just about a glove length outside. Caught a ball. Tim, do you have that shot from the outfield position? I hadn't noticed our screen today. No, not today because it was raining, so we didn't put the camera out. Fielding the ball right there was Jablonski, straight over to Maddie Stewart for a 6-3 out. Well, that's 3. And the Lady T's are back up. All right. So the freshman, 0 runs, 0 hits, 0 errors on 11 pitches, gets 3 outs. Not too shabby from the freshman. She challenged them. She come at them and made them put the ball in play. Good job, young lady. Things for sure, Alcoa Nation, if you're playing for the Lady T's in just about any sport here, if you are playing as a freshman, you're probably a pretty good little ball player because all of our teams either go to sub-state or state every year. So, Alcoa Nation, you know if you see a freshman on the field during a varsity game, they're probably a pretty good player.
Oh, yeah.
You want them? You ever have some of them? They're my favorite. Get you none. Them icebreakers. Lord, I eat enough of them up here at calling these ball games. They ought to sponsor us, Icebreaker Duo. If you're listening out there, Icebreaker Duo, we need a sponsorship for Alcoa toward Lady T's softball. That and Powerade. Either one of them. Well, Coacher, we need 2 runs. I think this game will be over. Get 2 more runs. We're going to have Adriana King coming to the plate first. Adriana getting her batting gloves on. She got a elbow pad. I can't remember. She wears that elbow pad. No, she looks like she's got sleeves on today, so I don't think she's wearing an elbow. I can remember in the past she's had an elbow pad. And Long's been fighting in the circle today for the Lady Royals. She's been fighting, but it's a tough fight against the Lady T's. Powerful offense that we have. It's almost like you're trying to pitch fine to everybody because everybody can just hit the ball so well through the Lady T's lineup, and it's just tough. Like that right there, that's to the fence, and great catch. Great catch by the center fielder Campbell. She had to run. Let me guesstimate this. She was standing about right there. She probably had to run 25 yards on a pretty good hot shot from King to the fence, the warning track out there to make that catch. So got to give Miss Campbell some props on that one. Dylan Jablonski back in the batter's box. Number 6, our senior, going to Johnson University. But let's not get too far ahead of ourselves when I talk about them colleges in the future. I don't want to get ahead of ourselves because I want us to get to that ring at the end of the season. And look forward to the rest of this year watching the girls play and calling these games. Love it. Me and Gwen's already got our schedule. She says, I'm coming to this game, this game, this game.
Now batting number 2, Caitlin Pitts.
All right, Miss Caitlin, our sister of Kara, the sophomore, gets a at-bat here. And, she almost lifts it over to the third baseman's head and just pulls it foul just a little bit. That Caitlin, she can play too. In a long line of the Pitts family daughters going and playing at the next level, she's probably heading in the same direction. Do you know that? The Pitts Kara's older sister went to ETSU to play softball. Now Kara's going to Lee. Well, you know Caitlin probably heading in that direction too.
Yeah.
And just gets under. Let's see if this play's been going to be made. And the first baseman comes over and actually makes. She's catching it because it was right around that circle.
Now batting number
The
21,
batter's
Alex
on deck
Montgomery.
circle. Who we got right here? Alex Montgomery, sophomore. At the Alex takes one on the outside. That was a pretty good take because that's, yeah, it's probably 6 inches off plate with the score the way it is. He's going to call that first pitch a strike if it's close like that. So current, it's 1-1 count. Just tries to inch it a little further outside. Of course, that's a ball, 2-1. Alex with a 2-1 count. And fouls it out. Ooh, don't turn your head like that. That is, let it hit your face mask. You turn your head and get one in the ear hole. That don't feel too good. One thing I know is a little bit about umpiring. Of course, on the baseball side. You probably don't know this, but I umpired all the way up to the I had some pretty nice college baseball umpiring games. Oh, the second baseman almost, and gets it down in front of her. So she knocks it down in front of her and was able to throw out Montgomery at first base for the third out of the inning. But back to what I was saying, when it comes to umpiring, I understand umpiring. Third, into the third. Our Lady Tees. Not a great bottom half of the third right there. It was 0 runs, 0 hits, 0 errors on 15 pitches. But let's see what happens right here. Is it 15 after 3 and then 12 after 4, 10 after 5? Is that the way they do it?
I don't know. I can't.
Like a scaled down each inning? So 3 outs, the game's probably over right here, 13. So Garland, I think that's right. It's typically agreed to early in the coaches' meeting before the game starts, the run rule, and then each district can have different run rules too throughout the season. Now, come postseason, it's across the board. You know, everybody's across the board, but our district could be different. And in the plate meeting, it can be also discussed and changed too on any given day, as far as I know.
Now batting number 1, Kyla Long.
Well, the pitcher, Ms. Kyla, is going to step into the box against our freshman, Miss Garland. That wind is absolutely whipping out there, and I see coaches and umpires and everybody dancing around, moving around, trying to stay warm. Now, I know one thing. You can't see us on the camera, but there are these little tents that people put their chairs inside of that keep the wind off of them. And I'm telling you what, that is a genius invention. They are literally sitting here, zipped up inside of a little tent, just warm and cozy, while their daughters are out there freezing to death playing softball. Today's the first day of spring, and it's like freezing. Right? Isn't today first day of spring? teasing us, Mother Nature. Get up to about 80 degrees and stay there. Hey. 2-2 count from Miss Garland. And that is going to be a fair. And that was in a rough spot over there. That thing must have hit. It looked like it hit the chalk, didn't it? And as soon as it hit the chalk, it shot to that far corner
Now batting number 55,
into the
Carly
gravel.
Grabson.
But the thing is Montgomery out there was able to field it and hold her to second base. I thought for a minute she was going to get to third, but good hustle out there by Alex Montgomery. First out of the inning.
Now batting number 5,
That was
Sarah
the Bratson
Wilson.
girl, the shortstop. She grounded out to Pitts, which moved the runner, pinch runner for Long over to the third. Garland gets her call right here, and she outside pitch. Garland gets another pitch. Must be calling outside pitches right here because she keeps kind of going away. That wind is blowing hard left to right. And, man alive, they go down that line again. So, basically, Garland's throwing hard enough that they're late hitting the ball, but they're driving it down that right field line.
Now batting number 20, Emma Garrett.
Which I guess an outside pitch, taking it that way is the way to go about it. But looks like it's a late swing to me, but it's working. It's they put two of them down that right field line. Scored a run, making it 13-1. There's another pitch down the right field line. We need to buy some cushions, don't we? I'll try to remember to do that. I need to get us a couple of cushions for this old wood bench we got here to sit on. Oh, 2 count. Garland looks at her wristband, looks back at the dugout, and is like, what? And off-speed pitch right there for an out. Hahn, I think the ball was in the dirt, and Hahn blocked it up.
Now batting number 11,
So it didn't get
Carly
away,
Baker.
so the first base runner did not try to advance. But the base is occupied, and when the ball's in the dirt like that, unless it's on a third strike for a third out, the ball, if there's a person on first base, the hitter is dead. Did you know that? You might have learned something. If there's nobody on first and the ball hits the dirt, she can run. If it's the third out of the inning and the ball hits the dirt, even though the base is occupied, she can still run. It's very rare you see that happen in softball, but it does happen. Two balls, 0 strikes for Garland in the circle. She looks at her wristband, gets her pitch, and comes inside, and it was down the line and just kind of hopped over Dylan's glove. It was a quick, and Dylan went down to field it, and it just took a quick hop right when she went to snag it.
Now batting number 0, Lila Campbell.
Campbell, the number 7 hitter for the Lady Royals. Got a first and second. Got girls on first and second for the Lady Royals. Campbell takes the first pitch for strike. Garland comes right at her. And I hear the dugout say, way to work ahead. Base hit right at Kara, and that is going to be an out. So, after the half inning of the game, it is one hit. The Lady Royals had one hit. I'm sorry, one run, 3 hits, zero errors on 17 pitches. And looks like they're going to take about 10 minutes maybe. 10 minutes. Let's see here. The umpire's talking. Ball game. Game is over 13-1. Okay. Are we going to shake it up? This must be just one today. So they're just going to play one, I guess, one today. Oh, JV? Well, we don't cover the JV. Sorry. I think they Tim, do you leave the live camera on for JV games? We do not cover the JV games. So that's it today here at Don Marsh Field. Your Lady T's takes on a district foe, Eagleton Lady Royals. And in 3 1/2 innings, the final score is 13-1. Do you have a final stats of the, like how many hits the Lady T's had? Where's that at? Let's look down here. Okay, so at-bats, we had 23 at-bats. Is that what it's saying? 23 at-bats. Plate appearances, total plate appearances was 26. We had 14 hits. How many? And then, oh, I see it right there. So we had 11 singles. We had 2 doubles. We had 1 triple. We had a total, of course, the run score 13. We had a couple girls walk. Only 2 strikeouts the whole game. Wow, that's really nice. That's good when you look back at that. And the Lady Royals and the Lady T's meet at the circle and have a little prayer together, which is really cool. But listen, Alcoa Nation, we will be seeing you guys. When's the next home game, guys? There is a baseball game that's going to be played on Monday. You can watch on NFHS and on YouTube. And then be sure to join Lady T Softball or Alcoa Softball on Instagram and Twitter to keep up, because softball with rain and weather, things change in the hours sometimes. So be sure to connect on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook to them and keep up with when they play. And sometimes, like the Lady Royals today, were supposed to host this game, and something happened and ended up coming to us to play today. So that wasn't even scheduled to be here today. So this is kind of hear from Tim in the box. He said it's heard that the field wasn't ready, so that's why they're over here. But anyway, Alcoa Nation, it's been fun. It's been great. I'm glad we're back. Can't wait till it warms up a little bit. It's a little chilly today, but as always, we always say, you remember what we always say? This is Lee Carroll and Culture Towel and Rustin back here hanging out with us, Dad. Love you guys. Can't wait to hear or see you guys again. And as always,
Go Tornadoes.